Hello everyone, this is Evan from BlazikenTCG, and this past weekend I went to another League Cup and a League Challenge. So, yeah, I thought I would do another tournament report video for my Road to World series. I might not do a tournament report for every cup and challenge I go to since I'm planning on going to a lot, but I'll probably make like one video and go over like two or three in the same video. But in this one I'm going to be going over my League Cup and my League Challenge from this past weekend. So yeah, let's get right into it. So at the League Cup, I did decide to play Gardevoir EX again, a deck that I have liked playing for a while now, and it's been doing pretty decent for me. I got second at a League Cup the previous weekend, so I decided why not just run it back, and I made like a few changes from the previous weekend, but I did decide to play it again. So round one, I went up against Giratina V-Star, the same guy that that got first at the other League Cup that I lost to because I was dead drawing, and this time I dead drew again, so I lost this one. So I started Mew in the active spot, but my hand had like nothing else in it, and in fact if I didn't find something off of the Mew, so if I didn't find like VIP Pass, Nest Ball, or not Nest Ball, Fog Crystal, or Level Ball, if I didn't find one of those three, I would have no other Pokemon and I would likely just get donked by Cramorant. Luckily, I found VIP Pass off the Mew, and I was able to get 2 routes, and then I just had to pass with that. And then I just couldn't find, like, I didn't find a Kirlia the next turn. Well, I think I found like 1 Kirlia. And then I just couldn't find like any more Kirlias or Gardevoirs, so I just kind of got steamrolled by Giratina V-Star. Unfortunate draws on my end of the board, but sometimes that's just how the game of Pokemon works. Round 2, I went up, I got down paired against a junior, so he was playing Miradon EX, which is a deck that I think is a very good matchup if I get set up. So he won the coin flip and actually opted to go second, which I think is already a bit of a mistake in this matchup. If you can go first with Miradon against Gardevoir, like Gardevoir's not going to be able to attack the first turn, so I think it's always better to go first in that matchup just so you can have that extra turn to set up. But he decided to go second. I started Mew in the active spot, but no way to get any routes. And then I completely whiffed Mew. I didn't even find like a Fog Crystal or a Level Ball, and I'm like, come on, you gotta be kidding me here. So the best I could do was put down Zacian, attach to Zacian, and Roar the Sword. That's literally all I could do. I completely whiffed routes turn 1. And then I did manage to get like 3 routes the second turn. He was not able to get, well, yes, he was able to knock out my Mew with like a Raichu, with a Raichu V, he knocked out the Mew with a Raichu V, so I was able to promote the Zacian, get like 3 routes on the board, and the game went on for a while, but I did actually end up winning this one, and it really just came down to he was not able to find any energies to attach to his Raikou V and attack, so he passed like 3 turns in a row, so I just was able to take like I was just able to continuously knock out his V Pokemon because he wasn't able to knock out my Arcana Gardevoir in the late game. So I was surprised to have won that one, but I did win despite completely whiffing routes turn 1. Then round 3, I went up against Kyogre Lost Box, and I think if I had won this game, I would have had a chance to have won the League Cup, but I had a very lackluster start, so he won the coin flip and opted to go first. And he actually started on Kyogre, which was unfortunate, but other than that, he started like double VIP Pass, Colress, like his hand had like everything. And then then when he passed, I drew my card. I had routes in the active, placed down Spiritomb, and then passed because I had to just place down the Spiritomb just to avoid getting donked. I actually bossed his Kyogre as well, just hoping he didn't have a switch card, and he did. He wasn't able to get 7 in the Lost Zone for Cram that first turn, but he was able to spit at my Spiritomb to knock it out. And then I did actually hit Rare Candy Guardy on the routes, and I was able to attack. But then he was just able to use Dragonite and donk my Gardevoir because I wasn't able to get another Pokemon out. So yeah, the first 3 rounds, very, very tough draws on my end. Yeah, definitely was not my luckiest tournament. Then round 4 I went up against a Master playing Giratina, and then round 5 I went up against a Junior playing Shadow Rider Calyrex. Both of these games didn't actually matter. The winner of the cup had already been decided by round 3 pretty much, but both round 4 and round 5 my deck ran very hot and my opponents were not able to get anything set up. So yeah, I didn't get lucky until the games that actually mattered, or the games that didn't matter. The games that actually did matter, I just was dead drawing. So ended up going 3-2 at the League Cup. There were 5 seniors, and I got 3rd place, so I at least got 30 points. I actually bubbled out of 2nd place. The 2nd place winner, I didn't end up playing at all, but he was also 3-2, so I bubbled out of 2nd place. I believe that was because 2 of my wins were against juniors, so I think that hurt my resistance a bit. But, you know, sometimes the game of Pokemon, you either draw good or you draw bad. That's kind of how the game works sometimes. And unfortunately, this was not my luckiest tournament. But then the next day, so the cup was on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I wasn't actually expecting to go to a challenge, but I ended up being able to go to a challenge, and I didn't want to play Gardevoir again after what happened the day before, so I decided to play the Kyogre Lost Box to the challenge. And the deck ran very hot at the challenge, I will say that much. Probably one of my best tournaments. So round 1, there was actually only one other senior, and I played her in the first round. She was playing Meowscarada EX, which with this matchup, pretty much just whoever can get set up faster wins. I did win the coin flip, so I was able to go first. She started like Mew, and I was able to get a lot of cards in the Lost Zone turn 1. I started like VIP Pass, Comfy. My hand was pretty good. And then she got like Mew in the active spot, Bidoof, and Sprigatito, and then just passed. So I was able to get 7 in the Lost Zone and knock out the Mew and the Sprigatito. And then the next turn, she placed down another Mew, another Sprigatito, and passed. So then I just used another Mirage Gate to put some more energies on the Greninja, knock out a Sprigatito and a Mew, and then she conceded. So unfortunate draws from my opponent, but I am now 1-0 after defeating Meowscarada EX. Round 2 I played against a friend who was playing Charizard EX. And this game was close. I managed to deal with his Pidgey early on in the game, so he was not able to get the Pidgeot set up at all. And then I also had a really tough flower selecting, and I ended up having to put my Dragonite in the Lost Zone, which is really unfortunate. But I was able to actually hit perfect damage on his Arceus V-Star to knock it out with a Raikou V. And then I was able to, I believe, Echoing Horn back the Arceus V and pull off a Kyogre combo. He was 1 turn away from winning. He had like 1 prize card. So very, very close game against Charizard EX, but I'm now 2-0. Round 3, I ended up going up against a Mew VMAX deck. In this game, I hit the legendary turn 3 Aqua Storm. My deck, this game, like my hand had Comfy, Chorus, and 2 VIP passes in it. So just an absolutely insane hand. And I went first against Mew VMAX. No, I went second. I'm sorry. He went first, and I ended up going second. So the first turn, I just drew a lot of cards. I wasn't able to get 7 in the Lost Zone turn 1, so I couldn't attack the first turn to knock out like a Mew V or something with a Dragonite or a Raikou. Then turn 2, I drew through like a lot of my deck, and I used Moonlight Shuriken to knock out his Meloetta and set up damage on a Mew VMAX. He had 3 Mew Vs on the bench, and then he evolved all of them up into Mew VMAX, which is a mistake, I think, because you always want to leave at least 1 Mew V on the bench so you can use Psychic Leap if possible, if you ever need to. So I think that was a mistake, evolving all of them up, so I was able to set up damage on a Mew VMAX with my Moonlight Shuriken, and he was not able to Psychic Leap because he didn't have a Mew V left on the board. And then I knocked out the Meloetta as well, so I have 5 prizes now. And then turn 3, I drew through like the rest of my deck and managed to get down to 0 cards because I was able to use a Pokestop, then Lost Vacuum the Pokestop, and then put down a new Pokestop, which allowed me to get down to 0 cards. And I hit the Aqua Storm combo to knock out the Mew VMAX that I had already damaged, as well as a Genesect V to take my last 5 prize cards. So I am now 3-0 after beating Mew VMAX. Then round 4, I played up against an interesting deck. This was I believe it was a single strike box deck. I had seen it somewhere, but I had never actually played against one. But basically, this deck, it played the Evolving Skies Altaria, which lets you search for a supporter and put it on top of your deck, and then Squovit as well, so you can shuffle your hand to the bottom of the deck, draw the card, which is the single strike Mustard that you put on the top of your deck, and then Mustard allows you to search out either Cinderace or Beedrill. So a very interesting deck, and my opponent went first, and they went Squovit, Attach, Pass. And then I was like, okay, I have, by the way, I had like, started Comfy, and then Chorus, and VIP Pass. So I was like, okay, I can just use the VIP Pass to get another Comfy and a Cramorant, just Flower Select twice, use Chorus, and then just donk the Squovit. And then when I was searching through the deck, my Cramorant had been prized, so I was like, oh no. So then I just got a Comfy and a Greninja, and then luckily I got really lucky and found the Hisuian Heavy Ball off the Chorus to get the Cramorant out of the prize card. And then I was able to donk the Squovit. So very quick game against Single Strike Box. So at the League Challenge, I ended up going 4-0. So after the League Challenge, I now have 100 points on the board for the season. So I'm definitely on my way to getting 450 to make it to the World Championships in Honolulu, Hawaii. So there you have it, guys. That is my League Cup and League Challenge tournament report. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.